Hello, you're live with Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3, Friday night with Clyde. Clyde's coming into the studio very, very soon. We've had an interesting week. I got one of my friends is looking at buying a Breguet Type 20. They are cheap as chips. Cheap as chips. Clyde's coming into the studio. And there we have Clyde. How are you? You're not wearing the suit tonight.
No, I've spent all day in the car, basically.
What have you been doing? Tell me what you've been doing, Clyde. Tell me.
Well, I went to the National Watch and Clock Collectors National Convention in Arlington, Texas. So
How was that?
Wow.
Did you buy anything?
Yeah, I did. But
what did you buy?
I keep calling Dallas the happy hunting ground.
What did you buy?
Well, I was going to go down there with a little bit of money, and I thought I was going to flip the Polar Explorer.
Did you flip it? No.
No.
Not to those sharks, you wouldn't.
Well, we can get to that in a second, but this is, you want to hear something truly insane?
Yeah.
I went down with one Explorer.
Wow, and you came back with another.
Yeah. So what do you call the black dial one if the other one's the Polar Explorer?
This is just the black dial Explorer. How much you pay for that?
$3,100.
That's not bad buying US.
US.
It's a little bit rough.
Oh, I don't know. I looked it over a little bit, and it looks pretty good to me.
It's the Hulse case. It's the older one.
It's the Hulse case, but it also has the tritium dial. So, okay. Yeah. Right.
It hasn't got the solid end links, but has it?
No, it does not. Yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing but $3,100 US. For the black dial ones are worth a little bit more than the white dial ones. And you paid for that there 4,000 Aussie. Geez, I haven't been able to buy them at 4,000 Aussie for years. For a black dial, that's a bargain.
Holy shit, there was so much stuff down there. Jesus Christ, God almighty. I mean, Dallas is the happy hunting ground. I was in the middle of the buffalo herd with like 3 bullets.
What else was good there? Tell me this.
Okay. All sorts of interesting little things. I mean, a lot of Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, you know, you're talking about the oyster quartz.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they had a nice two-tone oyster quartz. They had a couple of them.
Yeah.
Really nice looking condition. And they pointed it to and said, okay, that one is $3,500.
Yeah.
And the one with the automatic movement is $5,000. I'm like, come again? The one with the auto.
Yeah. How could an oyster quartz have an automatic movement?
That's what, yeah. So I'm like, I heard what you said. I don't understand what you said. And he said, no. For 1 year, they tried the Gentra design out before they went oyster quartz to basically shop it out and see how it reacted in the market.
Yeah, that's right. They did use so this is the integrated bracelet type look.
But not with the oyster quartz. So you got the oyster quartz
right.
look.
Yeah, but it was actually an automatic. Yes. That's a very rare watch, that.
5,000 US.
Yeah, I would have thought a bit more, but okay, fair enough. What else did they have there? What else excited you? What else excited you there? Did you buy any other trinkets, boxes, or anything like that?
Well, actually, I ran into Uberoki out there.
Yeah. What was he doing there?
You know, actually, he does a little buying and selling on the side, basically shits and giggles.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I sold 3 pieces and I bought 6.
Did you buy any Rolex's boxes for yourself for that Explorer? It wouldn't have come with a box at that price.
No, I couldn't. I really didn't see that many boxes, and it was so freaking vast. Speedmaster Man on the Moon, 861 move it for $2,500.
That's good buying. 861, that'd be a 90s one, I take it.
Right.
because they changed. I've got the 1861, which is not as desirable as the 861. 2.5. Wow, that's good buying. That's very good buying. Nice condition. That's on a bracelet or on a leather strap?
Bracelet box.
Of course. Yeah. Wow. Good buying. 2.5. Yes, that's very good buying.
They actually had one that really intrigued me. They had like a Zephyr, a 1008.
Yeah.
Machine bezel.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a reproduction. I almost thought it was a replica.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
$2,000. But the person sent it off to the RSC, Rolex Service Center, didn't give any instructions, so they redid everything.
I see.
It looked like it came from 1962. You ever seen the 11/22/63 with James Franco on Netflix? It looks like the Netflix, the 11/22/63, the James Franco Kennedy time travel thing.
No, what is? I don't understand that. What does that mean?
It looked.
Oh, that's the Stephen King book, isn't it?
Yes, the Stephen King book.
11/22/63.
Right. Also, the first airing of Doctor Who, but that's beside the point. It looked like someone opened.
You're a Doctor Who fan?
Oh, big time, yeah. Tom Baker rocks.
Because you're not a Sopranos fan, are you?
You know, I never really got into it. God, they had a little blue Patek Philippe, and I can't remember. It wasn't a Calatrava, but give me another Philippe.
An ellipse.
Ellipse. They had a blue ellipse, like $3,100.
Yeah, they're a bit ugly. Smallest size, probably.
Yeah, but unfortunately I didn't know enough about Patek to really go in that area of the table. So I just stuck in this kiddie pool and swam with Rolex. Also, but the Zephyr, the 1008, looked like it was brand new. It looked like someone opened a time portal to 1963, went in, bought a watch, and brought it back. It just blew my mind.
Wouldn't you do that with a Daytona?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
If you're going to go through all the hassle, you could pick a better watch than that. That's for sure.
Right. And it was all sorts of things. I mean, I can't even, I could have actually taken the Polar and traded it in and got a Pepsi, threw in 25 or 3,000 and got a GMT1. At a GMT1 Pepsi, but I'm thinking, I don't really want to part with a Polar.
Ah, I see. Yeah, it's not really a place to sell watches. It's a place to buy, isn't it?
Right. But what a place to buy it freaking is. Man, well, and the thing is, I actually, it starts, the pre-introduction, hi, howdy is like Wednesday. Thursday's the first half day. Friday's the first full day, and then Saturday half a day, and that's the sloppy seconds and the remnants. But I think I got a plan for next year. I mean, I think I'm going to keep a little bit.
You're going to buy some. You're going to keep some money and buy some stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's also, I also saw a two-tone 16013 with the blue dial and the gold indices. Oh, it was actually an Oki. It was actually an Oki that had it, and 2,800, but it looked brand new, box and papers and everything. And basically, it's just like the guy just wore it on special occasions, and I almost
bought it.
Yeah, but I wanted to double down on Polar. I'm sorry, on Explorers.
Yes, that's amazing. You're very excited there. See, I kind of. It's amazing. You're so excited with these watch buys here.
Transitional sub.
All I've done in my neck of the woods, I'm stuck with a secondhand IWC. It's about the only thing interesting to come my way.
I think they had. I think they had a couple of vending machines with those.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's amazing. You had a good time there, and
the mind boggled. I mean, literally, it was.
Did you stay overnight there, or you just went down there?
No, I went down and did a day trip. I kind of wish I had done it overnight, though. But well, next time I'm going to go in big. But I know a couple of scroungers in Dallas, and what they'll do is they'll go around there, cherry pick whatever, and then put on Craigslist. Still better. Oh, and my local used retailer was there.
Was he?
I'm not going to name names, but that guy's got his finger in every pie in the southwestern United States. So he even gets his watches over there.
So he buys watches or sells watches there? He does both.
No, he buys. He buys there and he sells in the store. So there's a lot of people that sell, used people that sell excess inventory or raise awareness, or a lot of times it's just collectors, just going out for shits and giggles. But one of the nice things, though, Uber Oki was basically saying is next time go out the first full half day, cherry pick, then stay, and then come back into business on Friday and try to. The thing is also they're more motivated to discount towards the end, because it's like, oh, now I have to pack all this stuff up and haul it back home.
Yeah.
And then the sloppy seconds and the bargain basements are Saturday. They close at noon, so go into the wad of cash at 11:30. There were so many different Rolexes that boggles the mind. Like, for instance, a transitional sub.
Yep.
Gold nipple dial, transitional sub.
Yeah.
Blackface, 5,500.
Okay. That's the two-tone?
Yeah.
Has to be a two-tone for a nipple dial, doesn't it?
Right.
I see. 5,500. That's good. That's good. Nice condition.
Yeah, really nice condition. Now, subs were actually a little high, though. Subs, okay. I actually think, they actually had, there's a couple of pieces, and I asked what, and they gave me the reference number, and it's just like, they were about to tell me the price, and I stopped and I said, I'd rather you just kick me in the balls. Don't even.
I see.
The subs are going for crazy money.
Yes.
But, yeah, good place to get, like I said, get Datejust. The 16013, the blue, God, I love the blue. And it looked brand new, box of papers, everything with it. Every single thing with it. And it's like, I need to give you a home back in Oklahoma City. I need to take you back where you came from, little bluesy, but
That's amazing. You had a good time there?
Yeah. But you want to hear something truly astounding?
Yes.
No one heard of ArchieLuxury. They're their own little specific enclave down there.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. They don't watch internet. They don't.
Well, no, and there was a couple of kids, but it was they're pretty much older folks. And it's just like, why?
I'm just gonna have a little bit of ice cream if you don't mind there.
Oh, quite all right. Quite all right. I did my celebratory In-N-Out burger run. And my partner's like, hey, do you think you could pick me up a couple of doubles? It's like, well, you're gonna eat them tomorrow. I'm gonna have them in the fridge all day.
Yeah, they're not gonna be really good.
It's like, what?
They're not gonna be too good, are they?
Actually, well, they're not bad. Actually, they're actually awesome. I sent you a picture, and it's like food porn. When they put it in front of you, it looks like an advertisement.
You're not gonna lose weight eating that sort of stuff, are you, But?
Said the man eating ice cream. Well, there's always tomorrow.
So they never heard of ArchieLuxury?
No. Or any of the YouTube guys.
Okay.
Well, yeah. But the thing is, they need to. They need to do something.
Yeah, they live in their own enclave. Did you see any bubble backs there?
Tons tons. I mean, you know, I've got a gun with 3 bullets, and I'm literally surrounded by 4,000 buffalo.
I see. Bubblebacks. They had bubblebacks.
Everything.
You're not interested in bubblebacks, but are you?
I was thinking about it, but like I said, the Explorer 2 caught my mind. The black dial caught my mind.
So what else did you buy? Any books or any other literature?
Oh, they included a bunch of stuff with it, but it was, you know, for most of a day, it was almost too much.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think it is so much. It's so preferable, especially with used retail. I actually think it's probably worth the time and expense to join up an organization like that and hit the meets. If you know what you're doing, if you halfway know what you're doing.
Yeah,
fortunately, Uber.
Gray hairs. These guys just take it to an extreme.
Well, that's kind of. I mean, it's kind of nice. I mean, like I said, Uber kind of saw my brain melting, so he said, "Come over, Clyde. Come over here and sit in the booth. Just relax for a second. Calm down." Yeah, when he said it's like every time I go in there, I'm a kid in a candy store. I understand.
How many stands were there?
Well, now keep in mind, there's a little bit of a dichotomy. So a lot of it was clocks and clocks. But
okay.
I'd say 10 or 15 stands full of Rolex. As a matter of fact, and everyone was poo-pooing the Polar Explorer. I was talking to a couple of guys right next to each other, sitting right adjacent to each other. And I was kind of looking at maybe that and 2,500 for a Pepsi 1, the GMT Master 1 in good condition. And the guy next to him had a GMT 2 Coke. Mm-hmm. And literally they started arguing with each other, basically kind of accusing the other people being full of, I've got the better watch. Ignore this guy. It's kind of nice. Competition's a good thing. But it's just it's the typical use thing. It's just like, well, Polar Explorer. It's not. Oh, that's all right. Hey, I don't want to take up your time. I'll just move on. Look at something else. Whoa. Hey, wait a minute, son. We can sit down. We can talk about this. We can. And like I said,
you had a good time.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, next time I'm going in big.
Were there any other brands besides Rolex and Omega there?
Well, a whole bunch of one table is nothing but Pateks, but I don't know. I'm too damned ignorant. I mean,
nothing but Pateks.
Yeah.
Wow. You're joking, aren't you? Just Pateks.
No.
You take any photos there that you can put on the channel here?
Well, no, I was asking you about it. So it's just like, okay, well, if he's not interested, I should have, but it was vapor lock. It was like taking an autistic kid to a fireworks display. There's almost too much to process. I should have, and I think, well, a couple of them I tried to, but they seem to have kind of get a little antsy about it. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Okay. Antsy. Yes, very antsy fuckers. That's what they are.
So.
I don't know. I've been to these.
Go ahead.
I don't know. These watch shows, they're kind of. I don't know if I like. I don't know. I've been to a few watch shows. Yeah. I know what you mean there. You've got to save your money and buy a few things, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. There is one brand I really didn't see at all, period.
What's that?
At all. Care to guess what it is?
No, tell me.
Panerai.
Oh. Okay, no, not much Panerai.
No, and basically...
Any Jaeger-LeCoultres?
I saw a roundish one. I didn't,
Not Reversos?
No Reversos. I did not see. Of course, one guy one guy was telling me he could source me like a rose gold one for $3,500, but I just didn't. I wasn't interested.
No. So Clyde,
no,
these watch shows. See, these guys here. These are old timers, really, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Very interesting.
Well, what's kind of nice is with Uber, I've actually got the old timer that I could just kind of go to then run back. Okay, this guy's got this. I mean, at this point, it's just like, okay, GMT plus a Polar 2000 GMT 2 Coke Polar you know, and we kind of went through and he calculating, and he's like, yeah.
You said he's expensive.
Who?
Oki.
Uber Oki?
Yeah.
No, actually, I don't think so.
Have you bought anything off him?
Not yet. Not yet, but I have to admit that, well, you know, I've already got a Datejust, and he actually thought, well, you actually did a good deal with your Datejust as well. I do like his two-tone with the blue, 16013 with the blue dial, original blue dial. Box and papers, pristine. But how many blue Datejusts do you really need?
Yeah, it's just plastic quick set Datejust.
Yep. Saw a few Rolexes with a California dial.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, actually. So, I mean, there were so many. I literally, I could have went there with a notepad. I could have I could have probably just walked the tables the entire 4 days. So it's mind-boggling. And I think if there's
many presidents there.
Yeah, a number of them. They're the solid gold Datejust. Also with the oyster bracelet.
Yep.
And they called it the Vice President.
I see. How much was that?
6,000.
Okay.
Not bad.
Plastic or sapphire one?
Huh? No, it had the oyster bracelet like my my LBJ.
Sapphire or plastic.
I think it's a plastic Vice President.
I think it's a plastic,
because
yeah.
It had, yeah.
Yeah, so, I think it would have been 2. Yeah. And 6,000. Okay. Yeah. You saw a couple. Any other Omegas? Many more Omegas than that?
Tons. What their report, they were kind of saying Asians love the Omegas.
Yes.
So even in the
any IWCs there?
I could not see any IWCs, but I was predominantly, looking for Rolex. I was kind of looking at it, but
nothing.
I couldn't see anything.
But
it could be because everyone was holding on to them.
Yes, that could be a good point. Well, I think IWC and Panerai. No, hang on. I'm just. I think the thing is, those sort of collectors.
I'm also doing a favor for Uveroki.
Yeah.
And he said, "Do me a favor, Clyde. Are you going by Chilton's anytime?" I said, "Yeah." He's like a mile from the place. He's like, "Oh, while you're there, would you have him regulate this 111?"
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, sure. I can see why you like it.
Yeah, it's a cool watch. Yeah, that's a 111.
Yeah. Got the little propeller beanie at the 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I quite like that one. So you got it done, regulated for him?
No, I just got back. I literally got back. I thought I drove through a famous Oklahoma thunderstorm to get up here. Yeah, just bright, sunny Texas weather. Southern Oklahoma, dark, completely pitch dark, and then drove through it, and then light on the other side. Thought I was going to get blown off the road a couple of times, but
you're joking, aren't you?
No, it was pretty darn bad. And unfortunately, if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you're really not plugged into the outside world because you're not listening to the radio.
Oh, I see. Got you. Got you. So
Yeah.
what do you think then, Clyde? Was the bargains there?
Yeah. Yeah. Anything. I mean, you have to know what you're doing, or at least halfway, but there were so many bargains. My little mind boggled. There were too many choices, even with a relatively modest sum of money. Yeah, shut up. Goddamn Pepsi. I mean, not even a GMT2, but a GMT1 Pepsi. Tons of those. Tons of those. Tons of two-tone subs. Tons.
You're saying they're at fair prices too, good prices.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But then I realized, you see, one of my scroungers was talking about, well, I'm going to a meet this week, and if I look for anything, let me know. And then I was thinking about it. It's like, that's got to be in Dallas. If he's looking at a place, I don't think he's going to drive to Austin or all the way to Houston. Then ding, it occurred to me, well, the convention, and technically I am a member. So I think
you have to be a member to go to that convention or not?
Yes.
They don't let Joe Public in?
No. Which is actually kind of cool.
Oh, is that right? So even if a friend came in, he couldn't come in with you or what?
If a member, well, he'd have to pay an admission fee and have a member go with him.
Oh, I see. So it's a closed shop.
Yeah.
How long have you been a member of this club for?
Well, Uber Oki, beginning of the year, Uber Oki was telling me about the benefits of it. So, and a couple of times I've been to like local meetings. And there's very much a bifurcation between the clock guys and the watch guys. The watch guys, we're the guys in the back looking at our watches.
Yes.
So
I see. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yes. 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 Yes.
Well, do you want to see I also got an abortion this week.
Yeah, show me. Show me.
And it's divisive, but I almost don't want to see what the comments say.
So what is this thing? What is it?
It's the DeVos MG1.
Who is DeVos? I never heard of them before.
German company.
Yeah.
And it uses an automatic ETA movement. So Swiss parts. And it was kind of a proof of concept, limited edition.
How much you pay for this?
I paid $700 for it.
Ooh, why would you pay so much for rubbish like that?
German engineering, special supermarine alloy, 1,000 feet water resistance. And to be honest, I think it's kind of cool.
700 is not a lot, really. Mind you, I suppose IWC does that all the time. Just get an ETA movement and put it in a German case.
German case.
Well, let's see. IWC. I don't know if you know this. The reason it says Schaffenhausen, that's actually the Swiss border with Germany, and they all speak German. At IWC factory, they speak German as opposed to French.
Opposed to other parts of Switzerland, right?
So.
Yeah, but I actually kind of like it. Handmade leather strap, and
you wish you would have said. Can I ask you this? Now that you've been to the show, what do you think you've paid too much for in your collection?
Probably the date, the 150-200.
How much you pay for that?
$24.
Did I try and tell you this or not?
You told me it last time, but I don't think. Well, I may not have contacted you about that one. But I haven't seen a date I like as much as that one anyway, so.
Okay. That's amazing news there. So this is what's it called again? Tell me what the name of this club is.
You're wanting me to fuck this up like I was last time. I know what you're doing. It's not going to work. I'm going to say it very slowly and deliberately this time.
Okay.
National Association of Watch and Clock
Collectors.
NAWCC.
That's actually the big organization for collectors, I think, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, and it's like 4 hours. It's like 3.5 hours away in Arlington, Texas.
They're very old school, but they're very old school. No internet. They're like it's like going back time warp, isn't it? Really, with some of these.
And I was asking them. Do you have any social media? No. How old is your average member? What's the medium age?
75.
Well, they were saying, well, maybe 60, 65. You don't have any social media. Do you want me to connect the dots for you, or you mean to leave that to you? And a lot of it is, like I said, oldsters with clocks. But I mean, I hate to say it. Yes. I mean, if you are serious about getting a watch deal, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think you're right. See, it's funny they don't have Panerai, because I think the Panerai are very internet savvy type customer. Mm-hmm. They're very much like the IWC customer, very net savvy. They wouldn't really sell it, that sort of thing. Whereas, but I think there's some bargains there. I mean, Pepsi's and GMT, any GMT Coke or a Pepsi, that sounds like way under the price range.
Yeah, it really is. So several.
Could you start a business buying and selling? Could you buy and sell now based on going to there?
It might be it might be something to do in retirement. I think it'd be fun as hell.
How far off retirement are you?
Oh, I probably have
20 years?
15, 20 years, yeah. Assuming I'm still alive.
What do you mean by still alive? What health problems have you got?
Well, you really can't. Well, let's see. Obesity is number one.
You're quite slim. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I'm not. No. I need to slim down substantially, but yeah. But anyway, yeah. Bad habits I need to shed.
Like what? Smoking?
Yeah. Smoking. At least I don't drink and whore. That helps. Those are substantially cut down on lifespan. But I don't get regular prostate checks like you do. Yeah. I need to probably just take better care of myself. But tomorrow's a new day, isn't it?
You certainly don't spend much time decorating your apartment, I can see.
No, well, true. On the other hand, that's kind of because I kind of really don't give a fuck. I mean, you may have figured this out. You may not have. I don't know. I'm a bachelor. I don't feel the need to play house. I don't really feel the need to cavort with females anymore. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Who fucking cares? So, yeah. Anyway, I actually think any of the NVCs out there, I think a membership organization like that's worth it, and just save your pennies. Save your pennies and go in big. Go with a group.
Go with a credit card?
I didn't see a lot of credit card terminals. There may have been I think there may have been access, I guess, or internet, but I hate to say it, but it's like anything else. Cash is king. Cash is king. Save your money. So, happy hunting. Boy, I wish I had brought more arrows.
What do you think you paid too much for looking at your collection? So the date. What about the other pieces? Did you pay too much for other pieces there?
Maybe a little on the high side for the bluesy.
I told you this. You wouldn't listen to me. You were chomping at the bit. Didn't I say this to you or not?
You did. You did.
What did I say to you?
But that was, you said it was decent price. No, I wasn't getting screwed. I wasn't getting a bargain. So you basically gave it a meh rating. So, but everything else, actually, I think I've come out on. Clover's on. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah. And like I said, we're also talking about this, like I said, the zen of watch collecting. Uber is kind of he's almost like, you know, you're kind of starting out. You don't want to turn anything over. I understand. That's fine. That's normally how it runs. Once you've been there for a while, once you kind of get your bearings, you'll find that you'll have some pieces more than other, and some you fall out of love with, and then you'll start looking around. So, you know, I kind of felt just because I originally got the Polar at his suggestion as a trading piece, but I didn't feel like trading it, and then I went and bought another one.
You bought a black one. That's different.
Yes. Yeah, and actually, the watch guys.
It's a very good buy.
Well, everything there. I mean, if you're used to use retail, or you know, eBay's the worst, but the watch guys were actually saying the black one sells more, but they personally like the Polar better. I think a lot of them were saying that selling Polars there still for $3,500.
I see.
Yeah, they're not outside that convention center. They're sure as hell not selling for $3,500. They're selling for damn near Submariner money. So, yeah. Anyway, join up the organization. I guess maybe tell them about ArchieLuxury, and scream at their social media director, or maybe ask them to hire you as a social media director.
I'm in Australia. I can't be fucked.
Yeah, still. It's social media. That means the internet. That means you can kind of do it anywhere, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just lose my mojo for this sort of wankers, you know?
Yeah, cool. Well, do you want to do another one, or?
Yes, let's do another one, okay? Let's do another live show. So let's cut this one here. Thank you. This is Friday Night with Clyde. Let's talking about. I want to talk about collections. How you taper your collection a bit. So let's have another topic, okay? Thank you.